getting it while it's on sale. It ends after Halloween. Yes, get that game. It is very good. It's probably one of the best Resident Evils in quite a while. John says it correctly. Fellow person in Cowtown. Thank you, Dark Facsimile. We're American. We laugh at different accents. Have you listened to your own fucking accents in your country? Holy shit! I get to go to like different parts of the U.S. when I do these TRG trips. So much variety in your accents. It's insane. I love it. Sparrow Tales. Holy crap. Survival. Subscription. Thank you for subscribing. I don't know what sound effects on the board, so whatever it is, this is how we celebrate. That's how we celebrate, apparently. I'll give you an
You will give me an egg.
Thank you for subscribing. Dear John, how do you feel about the piranha plants have taken over the... What? Dear John, how do you feel about how the piranha plants have taken over the dinosaur planet, and how do you expect North America to counter the Eye of Cthulhu's assault on the Kanto region? Man, the eggs are making that hard to read. Eggs. That's my default answer. We're 93 subs away from from 4 emotes. Yeah, or 2 emotes, I mean. It's gonna take a long time to get there, not gonna lie. Hey John, it's almost been a week and my job still hasn't gotten my background check back, so I can start. Disappointed. Background checks can take a while. I've seen some companies take at least 2 weeks, so. Who's your favorite non-Kenshiro Fist of the North Star character? Ooh. Ray's pretty awesome. And I can't remember the dude's name, but the mountain. Yeah, the mountain dude from, like, near the end of North Star 1. He was actually pretty awesome. Just do DOA X2 again. You'll get another 10 subscribers. I think the funniness of that one's gone. I think, like, the GIF is about the best we've got going for that. I don't think anything else we add will really matter. It's everyone that participated in the straw poll. Oh yeah, Dark. What were the results of the straw poll? I don't even remember what the options were for voting. So give me a heads up on that if you don't mind, Dark. Fudo the Mountain. Yes, classy fellow. That's the dude I'm thinking of. Have I played Arkham Origins yet? No, I have not because I'm playing Dead Space. So no, my Arkham Origins is sitting on my coffee table in the living room, waiting to be played. Play Color a Dinosaur and you'll get 30 new subscribers. I did that, but I didn't get any subscribers, so. Are you or any of the Runaway guys ever going to be in an area in BC? I want to see you guys sometimes. I don't know exactly what cons you go to. Sometimes my friends go to Anime Evolution and that, and I might end up going again in the future, but I don't think we're currently going to be going to any TRG events in Vancouver, so. Wow, okay. So a couple people, the question on that straw poll was how many times will John die by the end of this part? 4 to 6 was the common bet at 31. You guys had a lot of confidence, holy shit. 7 to 9 with 26 votes, 10 or more to 21, and 3 or less to 14. Wow, people actually thought I was going to die less than 3 times? That's scary. Hey, John, people always ask about Emil, but what about Tim? How is he to hang out with? Tim's an interesting one to hang out with. He is very shy. Like, incredibly shy. Even if the dude knows you a lot, he will still be a bit shy. Like, he's opened up to us a bit more since we've been doing TRG for about 2.5 years now. But there's still these points where we can't really, like, super... Like, he doesn't really super warm up to you until after a while. Like, even when we get on the trips, it takes a little bit for him to just be, like, cracking jokes all the time. So, it's a little odd. Most of the time we're on a trip, Tim usually has his face inside of a DS game. Last trip, it was Mario and Luigi Partners in... I think it was Partners in Time. The trip before that... No, it wasn't Radio Historia. That was when he was at my place. I guess if you want, like, a reference for how it is when Tim's on trips... 2 years ago, yeah, when Emil and Tim flew up to my place to record a bunch of TRG stuff. Tim was playing Radiant Historia. He clocked in the span of a week. I think they were there for a week or 5 days. 40 hours on Radiant Historia. I think it might even been a little bit more. So 40 hours of his waking day he spent playing Radiant Historia. I feel like it actually might have been longer than that. Emil probably remembers better than I do, but it was a staggering amount of time considering how half the time we were recording and the other half the time we were running around doing stuff. I mean, I know Radiant Story is good, but it was staggering to see him play that much. Oh, Hyper Android, can you give me a tally? Okay, here's the incoming tally for our current stats on the Dead Space playthrough. Meanwhile, has Chug it? Oh, here we go. Game saves, 58. Deaths, 28. Glitches, 13. Door God sacrifices, 32. Vanishing Ragdoll / Floor God sacrifices, 7. Gravity God sacrifices, 13. Fire God, holy shit. Fire God sacrifices, 3. Pit God sacrifices, 6. Gods appeased, 5. Field goals, 3. Good shots, 5. Wow, I'm up to 5. Death by chat, 2. Sexy shower scenes, 1. Legit scare, 1. I think that's also missing Desynced Controller 2. I think that's supposed to be part of the accounts as well. Most desired TRG game. Most people seem to want Four Swords Adventures. And I'll say I'll be down for that too. And Unintentional Sacrifices 2. That's another one. Wow. John, what's your favorite anime? Fist of the North Star. John, do you own or have you ever played Terraria? No, I do not. I don't own it, and I don't think I've ever played it. And I know I've never played it, but I don't think I own it. Never knew you were so religious, John. Well, neither did I. Do you get offended by all that TRG fanfiction? Depends. It was always comical reading like the weird crossing fanfiction, like pairing me up with another guy like Emil, because my girlfriend would always point it out to me, or I guess my ex now, but she would always find like the really funny things, and we'd just read it out and laugh. So, meh. Some of the fanfiction is really cool. A bunch of people have done like really interesting stories about like getting trapped in game worlds and stuff like that. I really enjoyed, but I'm not a big fan of like the hentai stuff. Dr. John, do you like green eggs and ham? No, I do not like green eggs and ham. The GTF you am doesn't quite roll off the tongue well. What's your best character in Tekken? My favorite is June, but I'm best with Kazuya. Martial Law, but I'm not that good at Tekken, to be blunt. Technically, it's Yaoi. Good point. That's the phrase I was looking for. Girlfriend, I thought you were dating Emil. God, no. Sorry, I like boobs too much. John, will you make a Steam fan group? I really should do that. There is technically one out there, I think, for back when I was using my old website, but I don't think we really use it anymore. So we might have to just reboot that with a proper fan group on Steam. That's not a bad idea. Thanks for suggesting that, Dunsparce. John, if you could go anywhere in the world for free, where would you go? The center of the earth! No, I'd probably go to Japan. Japan or Switzerland? Heather, you didn't know I'm a boob guy? No, that's pretty well-known fact now. Seeing you and the TRG crew in a cartoon series where all three of you are trying to escape is something I would watch. Well, that would be interesting, yeah. John, how did you first come up with your handle, Proton John? It is a high school nickname that I hated for a couple years. And then when I needed a username for Xbox Live, I thought it was a good nickname. So there you go. Oh, here we go. C:\backslash says, of course he's a boob guy. Didn't you see how many racks he carried around with him in Dead Space? Do I play any games competitively? No, I do not. I used to play Brawl competitively, but God, that's a stressful scene if you've ever been in that. Holy shit. I also, at one point, tried out for the Canadian MLG team for playing Halo 3. But I had only picked up the game like 3 days before the event, and I made it to the second round. So, I mean, I don't know what that says about Calgary gamers or what that says about me. So take your pick on that one. Mewtwo King got the best of him. I keep getting shit that people say I look like Mewtwo King or something like that, so I don't see it, really. John, I just want to say thank you for making those Super Smash Bros. Brawls videos so many years ago. That was how I discovered Let's Playing and became a Let's Player myself. Oh, good to hear that, Dan. I'm glad you enjoyed them. If you stream at meals, would there be a kitty cam? Maybe. I don't know if that dude has a webcam. I remember the boob talk with Tim, John, and Patty while Patty played Earthworm Jim a long time ago. Oh man, that was this year, I'm pretty sure. So, who is your favorite person to collaborate with other than Chugga and Tim? My buddy Dan is always fun to collaborate with. Patrick's also pretty good too, and Jake was really fun to play with in Resident Evil. There's some moments where it's like, what the fuck is you doing? Hey John, what was the first LP you ever watched? The first video LP, which would be good old The Immortal, done by Slow Beef. What game in your backlog are you most proud of owning? Panzer Dragoon Saga. Although I did pick up a new game today that might be fun to stream during the next Fortune Cookie stream. But I'm not going to say what it is yet. Because A, it's not a game from North America, it's a Japanese game, so I got to make sure my system can actually play it. And B, I feel like it might be worthy of a full stream, and we're not going to be Fortune Cookie streaming until probably next week. There you go. When is the next Fortune Cookie stream? I actually did just answer that. Yeah, probably next week. Asian Tiger, shut up. Oh, man, you guys are good at this. Two of you have at least figured out what it is. Shit. Fine, I'll say it. I have a copy of Pepsi Man for the PlayStation 1. We're going to be playing Pepsi Man during the next Fortune Cookie stream, provided I have a system to play it on, because it's a Japanese PS1 game, and I don't know if I've got anything that can run it, and I haven't soft modded my PS2. I'm glad so many of you guys actually know what Pepsi Man is. That's so awesome. Oh man, for you guys who have no idea what Pepsi Man is, you're going to have a blast. Can you make the noise Vegeta's making? I don't know if I'm really bad at doing raspberries for some reason. Like, I can do the like that, but that's not really a raspberry. Now that I've had something to drink, maybe I haven't tried it. No, that's horrible. That's why I don't do that. Alright, G, we might be able to check that PS1 thing. I'll try running into my PS3 and see if it's region locked, so. Is Resident Evil Revelations better than Resident Evil 5? Resident Evil Revelations feels more like a traditional Resident Evil game, so I would compare it a bit more to 4, actually. Pepsi Man is so stupid, it's amazing. That's pretty much it. John, what game do you play the most in your spare time? Traditionally, I don't repeat playing games. Unless it's just a game I really like a lot. Like Ninja Gaiden, I'll play a lot. Gunstar Heroes, I'll play a lot. Turtles in Time, I'll play a lot. Those are usually the ones I play the most. How many Nerf guns do you have now? Heather, I haven't really gotten that many new ones. I actually got rid of some of mine. I think I just have my Mavericks now, so just my revolvers. Although, I'll be honest, I almost bought like one of those turrets for the zombie walk. But A, I forgot when the zombie walk was, and B, I didn't have the money for it because I just moved. So maybe next year. John, favorite actor or actress and favorite movie show they star in? Oof. I'm a big fan of Harrison Ford in the Indiana Jones movie, so I'll say that. Do I still have that awesome shotgun? I think the shotgun broke, actually. I don't know. I actually haven't seen that in a while, so I'm going to assume it broke. That or it went somewhere. It got mixed in with someone else's stuff, and they took property ownership of. I don't remember. Gee, you use your Nerf arsenal at work, though. I don't. John, which Mario Party are you most interested in playing for TRG? I kind of want to see how we do at Mario Party 9, to be honest. Because 9 has really good minigames. It's just everything else about it sucks. John, any plans to hijack another person's stream? None at the moment. John, what was the first time you rage quit a game? First one that comes to mind, and this is going to sound weird. Street Fighter Alpha 3 for the Game Boy Advance. I remember trying to fight M. Bison, and I was playing on hard or something, and I screwed it up, and I got pissed and threw the GBA towards my pillow. I don't remember anything behind that. So... What pissed off Woody? Everything. Was the best game you rage quit and have never gone back to? I don't. If I rage quit a game, I don't rage quit. Like, I'll just get upset, but I will come back to the game. So the only game that I've didn't like and then stopped playing altogether was Aiden Chronicles: The First Mage, because it was a really bad game on the N64. It was actually the first and only game I rented and then brought back the same day because I didn't like it. What is the worst game you've ever played? Aiden Chronicles: The First Mage on the N64. Will TRG ever play a racing game? We did Mario Kart 64 and Mario Kart Double Dash. So, yes, we will. What's your favorite Resident Evil game? My favorite's Code Veronica. Based on the one I play the most, 5, but I really like Revelations, and I really like 2. John, how well would you say you can draw? I cannot, like, at all. It's horrendous how bad I am at drawing. John, what would you do for a Starman, and what would you do with it? I'd ask for a Starman, or hit a hidden block. And I would drive my car into things, because I assume the car would also be affected by the Starman. It would really get me through traffic jams, I'll give it that much. John, might there be a raid tonight? Let me see if anyone I'm following is streaming. That's a negatory. There's probably not going to be a raid tonight. Sorry, guys. Sweet, the male Wii Fit trainer is confirmed for Smash Bros. Oh, I was hoping they were just going to leave it as the female one, because that would have kind of been funny. Oh, Smooth must have ended super early then. Damn. You seemed pretty good at drawing when you played Color a Dinosaur. That's because they do it for you. I have another idea for a TRG game. Pac-Man Versus for the GameCube. Funny story about Pac-Man Versus for the GameCube. We were going to do that with Lucagen, actually. But we couldn't record the footage. The capture card we had wouldn't work on any of our computers, so we couldn't actually record the game. So we had, like, Lucagen had to fly back to go back home to do work, so we had to pass on it. So you might see something Pac-Man Versus related in the future. You never know. Any movies you're excited for? I kind of wanted to see that Stallone Schwarzenegger movie, Escape Plan or something like that. That kind of looks like it'd be stupid fun. And the new Thor movie is coming out, I think, around my birthday, so I'll probably watch it then if I can convince Emil and everyone else to go watch it. John, your favorite boss battle? Mine is the end for Metal Gear Solid 3. My favorite and my least favorite is Alma from Ninja Gaiden. Just do what PokeCaptain did with a whole bunch of GameCubes. That's actually not what you need to do for Pac-Man Versus. Pac-Man Versus, you only need one... Yeah, you only need one GBA. And we actually did that setup where we used a Game Boy player going to like a small screen. The problem is the capture card we had set up for the actual game itself didn't work. It was really weird. Tell Emil it's Waterworld 2. Yeah, then he'll probably watch it. That's a good point, Flat Matt. You don't need friends to watch a movie? Traditionally, when I go to a movie, I go with someone else. I don't usually go to see a movie by myself. And I'm going to be down at Emil's place when the movie comes out. So, I mean, if I'm going to watch it then, I'd like to watch it with them. So at least I'm not like, hey, I'm going to completely ignore you guys even though I'm staying at your house. Then I'd feel like a dick. John, you have any figures, anime or game-based? Yeah, I've got a bunch, actually. I've got a lot of Devil May Cry figures, actually. I've got, let me see here, Devil May Cry, Comic Jumper, Assassin's Creed, Ninja Gaiden, Tales of Xillia, Uncharted 3, Dead or Alive, Final Fantasy, Dragon's Quest, Batman, Pokemon, Mega Man, Final Fight, Castle Crashers. Then I've got a lot of plush stuff. Blah, blah, blah. And then on my desk I've got RoboCop. Only 2 RoboCops. Wow, okay. Duke Nukem, Ninja Gaiden, and Speed Racer. There you go. Do I have a Speedo Dante figure? No, I don't think such a thing exists, Tom. I kind of hope it doesn't, actually. Now, why is Heather saying, wait? Didn't you say earlier you didn't get into Assassin's Creed? No, yeah, that's correct. I didn't get into Assassin's Creed, but I got the collector's edition of Assassin's Creed 2 because it was $5. And that came with a very nice Ezio statue. So I have a very nice Ezio statue and a probably unopened copy of Assassin's Creed 2. Actually, I'm like 90% sure that's unopened. Hey, John, when you get to play Resident Evil 6, can I play co-op with you? I am probably going to play that solo at first. So, do I watch Death Battle? I've seen some of them. They're pretty good. I just haven't watched any lately. John, do you like driving or do you just do that to get places? No, I love driving. I'm not going to lie. I really, one of these days, I just really want to kind of get in my car and just kind of drive nowhere with no real purpose. Just for the fact of just kind of just turn on music and just drive until I don't want to really drive anymore. There you go. Now you know something secret about me. Ooh. John, if there were a Waluigi game that was a good parody of a bunch of other games, would you play it? Of course. I'd play a good Waluigi game. Although I have yet to play Psycho Waluigi or Psychic Waluigi, whichever it's called. So, someday I'll play that. I guess you'd watch Top Gear then? I've watched some Top Gear, actually. I'll admit. When I first got Netflix, I was watching a bunch of Top Gear. But I haven't watched it lately either. You guys should play Left 4 Dead for the next TRG project. It's M for mature, which probably means that Emil will not be up for it. We have a lot of younger audience members on our games, on our channel, so it would not really mesh well with them or their parents. Spooky secret. A Speedo Dante figure indeed does not exist. Alright, that's reassuring, Tom. Thank you. Although I'm not... I wonder how many people looked that up. I know at least you and Heather did. Who will win, Fox McCloud or Barry O'Hare? By the way, what the fuck is Barry? Do you mean Bucky O'Hare? Bucky O'Hare is like an old comic book character that had a cartoon and a video game. In fact, maybe we'll do that next Fortune Cookie stream. I'll load up Bucky O'Hare. It's actually a pretty difficult game made by Konami. John, what is your opinion on the Monkey Island series? They're fun, and then they're really well written. And would you want a new one? Probably, but I don't know if I'd play it because I'm not that big a fan of adventure games. Alright, let's knock out 5 more questions, and then we'll call it for the night. Is Castle Crashers family friendly? Technically, yes. I think Castle Crashers is rated T for teen. I'm actually looking this up right now. Castle Crashers is rated... Wow, where's the rating? Castle Crashers not rated? What the hell? Oh, there we go. T for teen for cartoon violence and animated blood. John, who would win in a sword fight, Dante or Raiden? Probably Raiden, because he's a lot faster with the blades than Dante is. But Dante wouldn't really feel pain from it, so it's kind of like a weird trade-off. Nope, nope, nope. I'm on a weird part of the internet. I'm stopping the search for Dante and Espeedo. That's probably a good thing to stop. And Poop Deer. Yes, Poop Deer. John, what is the first thing you would do if you were transferred into your favorite game? Look for a way out, because it would probably lead to me dying. Because I like hard games like Gunstar Heroes and Ninja Gaiden, or games with lots of explosions like Worms Armageddon or Bomberman. I don't know if it was answered, but John, is it a good idea to dress as Wesker for Halloween and go door to door demanding eggs? If you do that and get me some pictures, I'd laugh pretty hard. But it's probably not a good idea. How well was Dokapon Kingdom get revised, John? I'm not sure what you're going for there. How well did Dokapon Kingdom get received, I think is what you mean? I don't know. I didn't actually read the comments, to be perfectly honest. I forgot today's was the last episode that came out. I think it went over okay, but the guys only got to see like a small taste of it. Like, we didn't fight each other, the Darkling never showed up, like, so many good things never happened in that run-through, so it's kind of disappointing overall that we never really got to some of the cool stuff. Most were positive from what Electric Brian saw. Okay, good to know. John, would Waluigi dare to cheat on Wesker for an egg? Of course he would. No, actually he wouldn't, because everyone cheats but Waluigi. What states in the U.S. have you been to? Washington, Maryland, Georgia, California, Texas, Massachusetts, Ohio. No, not Ohio. Yeah, actually, no. Yes, I've been in Ohio. Idaho, and I want to say Montana. That sounds right. John, have you watched the Devil May Cry anime? Yes, I have. I actually liked it. Have you seen the Brawl of the Family Waluigi stuff? Of course I have. Like, I've even said too bad Waluigi time a couple times. Like, in TRG especially. Have you watched There Will Be Brawl? No, I have not. Let's take 3 more. Do you or watch speedruns? I watch speedruns from time to time. Doing them, not so much, but I wouldn't mind doing speedruns in the future just for something fun to do on the channel. But I don't know what games I'd speedrun. The only 2 that come to mind are Gunstar Heroes and Ninja Gaiden, and both the records for those are pretty locked in place. So who knows? We'll see. John, any way to get a Monster Hunter TRG one-off, maybe? None of us play Monster Hunter, to be honest. I think I'm the only one who owns a copy of it. But, like, I don't play it. Like, I'm thinking, and I don't know, like, I mentioned this offhand with Lucagen and Liam6, that we might just, like, do a stream night where we all, like, start Monster Hunter for the first time and just learn it. But, I don't know that'll actually happen. If there's enough demand for it, maybe we'll do it. So you're going to have to hassle Liam and Luca about that, though. One more. Blind Tier GLP. Doesn't it take too long to actually get started? Like, I assume that's kind of a game with a long learning curve, and like it would be super boring right off the bat for people to watch. So I don't think that's a good idea. Hey, John, do you like bullet hell shooter games? I sure do. I love spaceship shooters and shmups. I'm a big fan. I'm not very good at them, but I'm a fan. I love Thunder Spirits. I love the Gradius games. I need to play Thunder Force 5 one of these days. Maybe during a stream. We'll see. And one last question. Have you ever been able to beat Gunstar Heroes on Expert Mode without losing a single life? I don't think so. I think I've come close. I believe my best run was either getting to the boss rush and dying, or getting to gold and silver and dying, which really, if you think about it, that's heartbreaking, because that's pretty far in the game. I don't have a question, but I wanted to let you know the power of football was strong in my Halloween stream tonight. I forgot footballs were a weapon in Zombies Ate My Neighbors. You know, they were pretty good weapons too, actually, aren't they? I think if you throw them at like the football zombies, they just kind of start running away from you. All right, fine. Shadow will answer this. John, what is wrong with Adventure Island? I saw it in your backloggery. Man, fuck the second last stage of that game, or third last. There's one specific stage in Adventure Island that just sucks so much. I hate it. It's garbage stage. Like, it's a pixel